Hello everyone, hello, I am Gabriele, welcome here. I keep Deinosuchus just because I like Deinosuchus. It's probably the perfect fit for solo gameplay, kinda ruthless. Again, on officials. Probably my favorite gameplay at the moment, my favorite character, so to say, just because you can play solo without so many risks, as if you are playing, I don't know, Utahraptor if you want to do shenanigans, Pachycephalosaurus if you are on a crazy streak to play solo. I mean, I do that and I keep dying, I lose tenths of Pachys. Okay, I am exaggerating, but for real, it's just a perfect fit for solo single players that do not want to interact in game very much, but with their actions. So today I want to move from the Cut River just because to Delta River. Again, do you keep this? Do you want to stay on the surface? I mean, I completely understand. You want to be on the surface just because, come on, you admire you admire your model. It's a great model. You check the teeth. The more teeth, the better. The longer teeth, the better. But it's not safe. It is not safe. You want to keep a low ground. You want to move in water, below water, on the riverbed. It's safer. In case there is someone very aggressive, like me, I can defend myself pretty well, or I can be the aggressive one in that specific moment. What's my nutrient? 293, 284. Yeah, it's just Deinosuchus nutrient, this S shape. It comes from Deinosuchus only. Can I be proud of that? Oh, probably not. But otherwise, I cannot engage Stegosauruses on land. Come on. Not for a bit, at least. Come on, give me a break. I will engage some Stegosaurus on land or by a riverbank, and I will try to win, try to use all of my wits, which are lethal. It's just a very few wits, but and then I will lose, because Stegosaurus more powerful on land than Deinosuchus. Broom, even on riverbanks. True danger for Stegos, it really comes from Utahraptor packs when they are in the prairie. So that's why Stegosaurus is kind of the nemesis of Deinosuchus at the moment. But again, you do not have any proper nemesis but other Deinosuchus. Growing a Deinosuchus compared to growing any other character, it's if you want to play it safe, it gives you almost a guarantee of 95-100% chances of growing it to 100% in one trial, if you decide not to do shenanigans. Instead, other playables, because you have 7 playables out of 9 that are terrestrials, it's very likely that you will lose them, even though you do not do shenanigans, just because it's terra firma, is way more populated with players than the aquatic ground, or at least you have different playables that make land to be played in different manners, rather than just aquatic, and with one type of game style. I mean, then you have sub-gameplays, a subdivision of different gameplays, etc. But mainly, Deinosuchus only fears Deinosuchus, nothing else at the moment, unfortunately, and probably for a long time. I'm not counting Bepiosaurus, that is probably coming or not as a surprise dinosaur, even though it's gonna be cool when it comes out and I'm gonna play a lot of Bepiosaurus. With Bepiosaurus you will never be a threat to any Deinosuchus. Nope. I expect, I don't know why, Bepiosaurus to be slower than Deinosuchus when fast swimming in water at 100%, but way faster on land. I mean, it's gonna be a kind of an hybrid, tilted to the aquatic environment more than the terrestrial environment. Of course, I mean, it's it's supposed to be a semi-aquatic animal as well, Bepiosaurus. It's just a quack. It's just a duck. Come on. It is just a duck. No, it's not. It's not. But it is just a duck. Was Pepiosaurus the ancestor of ducks? Or one of the ancestors of ducks? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just talking. I have no idea. Okay. I should be using underwater sonar now. Now, this might be a good spot too. I mean, trunk there. Usually trunks mean that the water is kind of shallow in some points. So if you are a terrestrial, you want to night vision on. You want to be crossing around these trunks. You know that water is kind of shallow, at least a bit. So yeah, you want to be using these points to cross the river. What's that? What is it? What is coming? May the better Deinosuchus win. The better guy. Some things are unexpected. Although I really like this skin. Now, this playable is not keeping the low ground as much as I do. But again, I might lose or I might win. Okay, life. Half-life. Alright, this is good. Another snack. This had a good skin. I mean, I like those white-ish points on the ridges, on the points of the ridges of those spines, of those spikes. It's kind of cool, I guess. Can I wait for it to surface? Can I move it? Can I move it, by the way? I don't know. Nothing has been said in chat. It's alright then. So. Oh, check it. I mean, it's kind of a cool skin, honestly. It is kind of a cool skin. Oh, hello, Pteranodon. It does have a fish attached to its mouth, does it? I mean, it looks like it's carrying 2 meters below its beak a fish. A little fish at least. Okay, underwater sonar. As soon as you beat your opponent, you want to make sure there is no other opponent coming by. Because you don't have enough stamina, because you don't have enough HP, because of many things. So if you see some movement, any movement in water, and you do not feel safe enough, you wanna move away from that spot and rest in a bush. I mean, that's the first thing you wanna do. You see, if I were to see a couple of bubbles, or even one bubble farther away, and I'm not sure what that might be, I just rush in a bush and rest. I go on land. This is not a hotspot that much, so it's good. It's good. By the way, I really like this skin. I really like it. I mean, it does have white all down below and black all upwards. Again, probably it's way more colors than what I see, but I don't know. It's kind of cool, I guess. It's actually pretty nice skin. I like it. I like it. I might want to do a screenshot to remember later. This skin, because it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Alright, keep moving. I've had enough. That's why, again, you keep anything being said in chat? Nope. Alright, the last 3 players have been very nice. Actually, out of 6 players that I have met, only 1 player was not nice in chat. The rest was kind of very cool. Very cool. I mean, skirmish-wise, losing-wise, it's been kind of cool. I guess. So, players know their stuff. Most players that do Deinosuchus, they know what they are getting into. It's not a sociable playable. It's a very ruthless playable against everything. It's almost an all versus all. Okay, I'm not talking about Northwest or center, where at times it looks like Deinosuchus is way more sociable than Pachycephalosaurus or Utahraptors, because you see huge clusters. I mean, huge. 5, 4 Deinosuchus altogether. Yeah and no. I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that many players come together and play, but Deinosuchus gameplay, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, how I play it, I think it favors solo gameplay. Instead, Pachycephalosaurus or Utahraptor, you have a true blast if you play in groups. You cannot say the same thing if you play solo, Pachycephalosaurus or Utahraptor. Every single character, every single mechanic or multiple mechanics make each playable, each character, each dinosaur, each animal unique with different kind of behaviors that you want to have in order to survive best. For example, and ignoring possible taboos or possible trends. For example, I'm referring to mixed packing trend. Everyone say, oh, mixed packing is horrible, is horrid, but care bearing is alright. Well, care bearing is not alright if there is a third party that because of the food it needs, you deny it, just because you want to protect the second party that you are protecting. So yes, mixed packing is always good. There is no good or bad mixed packing, like care bearing is better than just going for a kill. Ooh, yeah, it's survival, horror, and player versus player. And mixed packing is very good in the sense that because of different abilities that each playable has, you have a very strong propension. You are super strong survival-wise because you can use each other weaknesses and perks and complement each other. That's why mixed packing is actually the strongest way to survive. So if same species groups are good, because you are a group, come on, you are strong. Mixed packing, anything from herbivore with herbivore, different species, from carnivore to carnivore, different species, from herbivore to carnivore with carnivore, it's all very good. It's all very good. Survival-wise, on officials, where the only mechanics, the only rules you obey are the mechanics, the ones that are dictated by the lines of code the developers give. So saying, oh, bad, you are mixed packing. Actually not, that's very smart. You are playing a survival player versus player horror game. Again, video game. Some things are probably not reflecting reality, how it was, how it is. But again, it's a video game. Some things are made to be enjoyed best at times, or at least developers do their best to make it enjoyable the most. For most players, you cannot make content everyone. Sometimes you have to come to grips that some players will be happy with one thing and another part of players won't be happy. That's the point. I mean, sometimes you have to make do with what you have, and this survival game has everything, all cards, all right. I mean, if it managed to survive since 2015 with all bumps it received, with what Dondi, I guess, survived with the game, with what the new team, Evrima team, survived since 2019, 2020, I guess, I have no idea for real, but this game is going forward, slow but steady, slow and steady, so it's very good, Again, survival, horror, player versus player, ruthless as possible, official. There is no one checking. Just be nice in chat. If you are angry because you lost your playable, if you're angry because of a trick that someone pulled on you, even though it might be very annoying in your opinion, sometimes some people pull tricks on me and they are annoying in my opinion, I just stay shut, because I know that if I didn't do certain things, I would still be alive. So in part, I helped creating the situation where I lose my playable. If you get into this mindset, you will break your mouse and keyboard very few times. I'm kidding. If you get to that point, possibly switch off your PC and go outside and have a fresh, a breath of fresh air, or well, whatever. Just to stay away from screens in general for a bit. Sometimes it helps. Alright, that's just my opinion. Again, this is just for entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer. Alright, keep moving to Delta River. Again, do you see many times my Deinosuchus over the water surface? Very little times, right? I mean, again, it's great to admire your model, but survival-wise, gameplay-wise, it's not a great idea. Either That, or you will end up like that Deinosuchus that we left behind. Okay, now I'm gonna eat back my word. And staying on the water surface. I used underwater sonar a bit. I didn't see anyone moving, but I need some oxygen back, and I want to be by the log, by the delta swamps as fast as possible. So I keep moving on the water surface, even though it's not the safest possible thing to do. From time to time I should check down below, just in case. There is no night vision underwater yet, or at least I don't know if this is night vision. It's not properly implemented, might I say. I don't know. In water at least I see no night vision. I see just the darker water, but probably something that is coming in future, or probably not. Who knows? Well, we have a bit of a visibility, just very little visibility, but we do have. We still see something underwater. Very little things though, very little things. So, it's dusk, the sun is going down, and I'm risking everything by staying on the water surface. Again, all of these are my points of view. How I play the game. There are 10,000 types of gameplays. There is a different type of gameplay for each player that plays the video game, or each video game. This is how I play. Sometimes I should be less ruthless, sometimes I really think I shouldn't. Every time I played mercifully with Deinosuchus, I ended up like one of the Deinosuchus I left behind. Just because I had, I thought, alright, let's be nice. No way I was being nice, because next I get into a pincer attack, one in front of me, one back me, and well, I get destroyed. I get destroyed by either one of the two, or the two of them. So that's why each 100% Deinosuchus I find, or big Deinosuchus, I engage it in a last blood battle. Probably wrong. You might say, Gabriele, you are exaggerating. Well, I like playing Deinosuchus this way. It gives me good vibes, even though they are bad vibes for many others. But it gives me survival vibes, you know. Again, possibly bad. I do not play Pachycephalosaurus again like this. Pachycephalosaurus is to be sociable. Playing Pachycephalosaurus solo is very hard. You need, or very boring, you might add, because you have to hide. You do wonders, and it's super fun if you play in a group, but again, you need to play it in a group. Different type of better survival behavior, depending on the playable you have. In order to survive best, Deinosuchus excels at solo playing. Pachycephalosaurus sucks at solo playing. Utahraptor can be is not good at solo playing, but it's acceptable. Carnotaurus is better at solo playing at times than group playing, but even though you are in a small group with Carnotaurus, you can do wonders, I might add. Tyrannosaurus is very good in groups. Stegosaurus is good solo as well. I mean, each playable has different gameplays in the end. Different gameplays. It's like that. If you like the model of Deinosuchus, or you like Deinosuchus that much, but you really need that sociable interaction in game, in this video game, well, probably Deinosuchus is not the game play with for you. It might get annoying that you get destroyed by Deinosuchus every time, because probably Deinosuchus is your only danger when you play Deino. What's that? That's a frog. Another frog. Frogs everywhere. Am I to eat a fish? What's my nutrients with fish? 267, 289. Alright. I'm good. So this part can be a good spot to cross the river, or even to drink with your terrestrial. Just a few times some crocodile decides to linger by in this area. Because you never know what comes by in your jaws. So, gonna sniff the air though. Yeah, hippo walk again. I like this yellowish water, don't you? Probably you don't, but I like it. I like it. Alright, this is personal opinions again. So something is moving down there. I'm gonna stay here and see how those bubbles behave. So these bubbles here is elite fish, probably. Those bubbles there, probably elite fish again, you know. It's not going any direction in particular. So that's why I'm saying elite fish. And backwards instead, I'm gonna wait a bit. What they do, those bubbles. Yeah, elite fish or frogs. It's okay then. Safe and sound. But again, why risk it if I can risk a bit less? Why risk more if I can risk less? So I keep hippo walking, keeping the lowest ground on this riverbed. And how much HP I have? Alright. If I get in a fight, I stand good chances at perishing. That's another frog, in fact. Okay, elite fish or frogs usually. Elite fish or frogs. Now, I'm gonna not see those bubbles move anymore because my passive underwater sonar range is very limited. I just need to press Q to activate it and have a more effective use of that. What's this moving fast? It might be a little Deinosuchus, you know, that's moving this fast. Or probably some AI. Probably some AI. If it's a little Deinosuchus, no, that's a frog, right? That's a frog moving. That's a frog moving. So, getting closer and closer to the swamps again. Swamps sometimes are a good breeding point for Deinosuchus, but sometimes people camp them too. I mean, groups, usually duos, play a couple of. Usually, I've seen plenty of couple of players, actually people talking in Discord, I assume, that camp the swamps. They just stay at the swamps and they wait and they wait. And you better not be there when they are there, otherwise, rest in peace, poor Deinosuchus. Another frog. Another frog. I think I get more jump scares from frogs than actual players. This spot is actually very good, but before, very good for crossing, for terrestrials. The one in front of me, from that shore to that shore. Now, I am using underwater sonar because I will make my presence visible. The water there is very shallow, so I want to make sure what lays ahead if there is anyone coming. If there is anyone coming, I will be here. I'm gonna wait for them to come by. There is something, it looks like, but probably elite fish, as it is not moving much. Now, I won't use underwater sonar, and I will listen. I'm just listening, because that bubble over there might have been a Deinosuchus. It is a Deinosuchus, in fact. I think it is a Deinosuchus. Have you seen the silhouette? I'm using underwater sonar again. That might be a Deinosuchus, actually. Or is he a frog? If it's a Deinosuchus, he's wasting a ton of stamina. Soon enough, I should be able to see them. I'm not gonna move then. I'm not gonna move here. This is a good spot. What's my life? 80%. Alright, you know what? If I die, it's alright. I will start growing these Deinosuchus again. It's more than alright. You see, this is a very shallow spot. I am holding control to have the lowest possible ground. But again, you don't know who's in water on this other side. Because every time you cross a shallow like this, you never know what lays in deeper waters after the shallow. And if there is a Deinosuchus, it's much like you are getting back in water from land. So you are vulnerable from surprise attacks from other Deinosuchuses. That's why I was using underwater sonar, just to have an idea on what might lie ahead, you know, just in case, just to know if there is a Deinosuchus, a possible Deinosuchus movement, and so. All of these little things, all of these little strategies actually help me survive a ton. A ton. It's I do not want to say it is rare, but it's difficult for me to lose a Deinosuchus if I'm using all of these little strategies. Okay, I think I've heard a terrestrial crossing, but probably it is too late. I'm using underwater sonar again. So we made sure that that thing over there, those bubbles, are probably elite fish or frogs. Just need to keep moving this way. Yeah, that's a frog. It's jumping. It's jumping. It's jumping from place to place on the water surface. Okay, keep moving. I need to... Oh! Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. I thought I could catch that pteranodon. It was kind of foolish of me. Or probably I should have planned better ahead at least. I didn't plan ahead. I mean, I didn't check my position, my Deinosuchus position either. I was like, oh, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. That's pretty nice though. So, I'm gonna stay up here. No. In water. In water, you big thing. And I'm gonna use underwater sonar. Alright. And sniffing the air for possible carcasses. So, my back doesn't have any Deinosuchus. Those bubbles, it's either a frog or an elite fish. And in front of me, that chicken stick is definitely not something I need on my diet. So, not Deino, not Paki. Probably it is a fish. From a shoal of fish, because a pteranodon was skimming this water surface earlier. Okay, I have enough oxygen to continue. I'm gonna stop when I reach the swamps. I shouldn't be that far away. After all, I already passed a stone-ish point. Now, keep the lowest possible ground, even though it might be difficult. What's down here? This is food, right? What's this though? Did I grab this? Oh, it's a dead frog. Alright, hello dead frog. Hello dead frog. Hello dead frog. Right. I shouldn't care much. Now, this is a good spot for crossing too, for drinking even. So, it's a good spot too. But if I were around as a terrestrial, sometimes I choose not to drink here because of other terrestrials. You are very visible from all points on land. I mean, not yet there. I'm gonna sprint a bit, you know. I'm gonna sprint a bit. I'm gonna sprint a bit faster, a bit faster, a bit faster, a bit faster, a bit faster. As soon as I'm getting back on the surface, because of water, then is this? Yeah, this is the spot. This is the spot. Okay, enough. There is the log. Down there, south, in that point, behind this slope, there is the log that limits Delta River from Delta Swamps. And this is a spawning area too. Plenty of little Deinosuchus players spawn here. Plenty of players spawn here with their little Deinosuchus. After a while, I've decided that spawning south or spawning center and then going back to Mossy River is the best idea. Check other of my videos on where to go with Deinosuchus, but basically spawn south and then go to Mossy River, go west, or spawn center and then go west without northwest. You do not want to be around northwest. No way you want to be around northwest. So there is something moving, or at least I think I saw something moving around there where my north heading is. You see those bubbles? And that is that something drinking? Is that something drinking? What's that, by the way? I saw something drinking. Alright, getting back. I made myself visible. Too much, probably. So, full life. I mean, life is alright. Going back to the log. I'm rushing a bit to the log. Forgive me. This is shenanigans. This can be considered shenanigans, by the way, because half shenanigans. I already checked that there was no one on this other side. So, I'm gonna... what's this? What is this? What is that? The most likely thing that I will find here is little Deinosuchus, but you never know. You never know if... Okay, that's a Stegosaurus too. There is a Stegosaurus. Now, if you were a Stegosaurus, where would you cross? There, back there, right? But that's a big Stegosaurus, so I'm not gonna bother. Big Stegosaurus are just gonna taunt me, and I will fall for their taunts, and then I will perish. I do not want to perish just yet. I do not want to perish just yet. What's that? Elite fish. Well, you know what? I'm gonna get an elite fish just because. Just because. Come on, can I eat an elite fish? Am I allowed to? Oh, out of everything I could, a fish from a shoal of fish. Not a frog actually, a frog. Alright. Getting back. I'm almost there at the swamps. This is the log. Actually, you know what? Okay, here it goes. This is where I end the video and the life with my 100% Deinosuchus. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will die here. I feel it, you know. Sometimes you have those feelings. Oh, I've won this. I won this fight. By how much? Alright, that was unlikely. Honestly, I was 80% of life, and I had just one first bite on their tail, but well, luck factor, I guess. Did they write anything in chat? No. This is the 6th player out of 7. That's been very nice. I mean, that's a true player of Deinosuchus, honestly. Okay, I need to rest then. Just because I'm here already. Sorry, I'm gonna ignore you. Actually, I'm gonna feed on you just because you are here. I'm not. If I die, I'm not even using underwater sonar locational scan to see if there is any Deinosuchus around. I won't. It's gonna be alright like this. Come on. Is locked camera already in game? Kinda. I mean, if I move a certain way, I cannot actually see. 1. Yeah, I cannot properly eat. Okay, the last time I tried to eat this. Alright, I'm eating now, but I'm not doing the death roll of Deinosuchus. It's okay though. Eating again. Let's try again to eat a bit. Yeah, alright, I'm just giving a bite without death rolls, nothing else. So I'm gonna rush back up here. I wasted a ton of stamina in the beginning with a couple of very ungracious, not gracious, and missing out bites. Plus, okay, I thought it was a Deinosuchus. If there is any other Deinosuchus, I will be dead soon enough. But it's okay, I have no stamina. I keep moving instead of just resting in a bush. But I wanted to pass by this point, then it doesn't really matter, it's alright, you know. You have seen how my gameplay is changing, very risky. The more I play Deinosuchus, more I'm getting into fights where I have very little life or less life than 100%, and where the chances of my survival are greatly diminished because of certain situations. I don't know. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Now, if I can rest on one of those islands, that would be perfect. That would be perfect, actually. So, again, when you get into a fight with a Deinosuchus, always have the lowest possible ground. Press Ctrl to have it. Once you have outbeaten your adversary, your outbite will be in a cooldown. Press Ctrl to make sure you have that low ground, you know. I need to keep moving. Actually, what's my life? Alright, my life is telling me that my life amount is telling me that I can actually rest in those reeds. I can withstand a tail whip from a big Stegosaurus. It's alright, or not, it's okay. Even if I don't make it. It's okay, even if I don't make it out alive. Well, that's all for today. I'm gonna log because it's late for me even. Thank you all so much for watching. Consider subscribing my channel if any of these was entertaining, or at least you got something useful out of these videos. Again, officials, survival in a player versus player horror video game that has some realistic things, but it is a video game for players, an adaptation. Again, my opinions. Thank you all so much for watching. Consider subscribing my channel. This is my nice or not so nice Deinosuchus. Consider sharing my channel, why not, and have a great day. Bye bye.